Hey, how's it going, everybody? So today we're going to do something a little bit different. We're actually going to go into two of my most favorite pages for finding out what the meta currently is for Warzone, Call of Duty, and so forth. I apologize in advance for all the ads, free publicity, I suppose, for them. None for me, really. But yeah, let's get started. So first and foremost, we are at Warzone Loadout.games. What I like about this website is that you can literally search for a weapon here in the search bar. Plus, you can also go ahead and find out the latest news, whether there's been any nerfs or any buffs. It kind of tells you what's happened. So you can kind of read through it and see like, hey, when was the most recent nerf for a certain gun? What happened? What changed? You can also go back. You can see what the current meta is, which is where we're at right now. Warzone meta, it currently tells you the tiers of the weapons that are being used the most and are the most efficient. Another thing that you might have noticed as well is that you can actually download this website as an app on Google or on Apple. That's pretty cool. If we look here, again, you can search for a specific type of weapon. If you're looking for a specific build, you can also choose how you're going to play, whether it's long range, close range, sniper support, sniper itself, or as a secondary. So if we look at the Warzone meta, the current 4 best weapons that are being used according to this website is the CR56 AMX, the HDR sniper, AK-74, twice actually, both as a close range build or as a sniper support build. And then of course we keep going and it goes down on the tiers. So then A tier would go onto the KSV, and it actually tells you as well what the weapon ranks according to its specific class per se. So the KSV is a SMG, it's number 2 in close range. How is that possible? Well, apparently the AK-74, if you build it as a close range weapon, actually does better damage than the KSV. So that's pretty interesting to see. If you want to look further into it, you can go ahead and click on it. So let's click on the first one. And it tells you it asks you how you'd like to build it, because it has a specific build per approach or whatever you like to do. So if you want to use long range with 5 attachments, these are the 5 best attachments to use for long range. Now, if you're using a specific perk or wild card, right, like the primary gunfighter, then you can equip up to 8 attachments. And therefore, there are now 8 attachments or 3 additional attachments. If you want to be a sniper support, then you're going to go ahead and want to use these. And now if you want to use this, and this is basically as a sniper, it seems like you would use these for 8 attachments and so forth. You can also click on the best loadouts. And again, you're going to get a decision whether you want to do Warzone or Black Ops 6. It tells you how to build it. It tells you what to use depending on the class, kind of how we saw the tabs. And then if you go down, these are actually how the guns look once they're built. Pretty nice, huh? It's a lot of work and dedication, actually. Look at that. Anyways, as you can see, we start off with the CR56 AMX. It's number 1. It goes down to AK-74 and so forth. If you go all the way down, you can actually see additional information, how to unlock camos and all that good stuff. And then of course, you can go ahead and select a few different things here, and then you'll be taken to that page. So if we go all the way up, let's actually go back again. Up here, again, you can go ahead and click on the tabs to get different information. You can actually see streamer loadouts as well. So if there's a famous streamer that you'd like to see or whatnot, you can click on the search bar to search the creator. I'm not sure if I would appear yet since I'm just starting out. But yeah, you can actually see which loadouts either they've loaded in here or that they used and that the website itself has provided. And then go ahead and see theirs. So let's go with Shifty. This is the current build that they use with their AK-74. They've gone with the close range, and there's actually 6 people that like this build. This build down here, the PPSH41, has 21 likes, which is insane. I'm not sure if these are updated, for example, like a month ago, a week ago, or this is like the last build that they use for this gun, and that's what they're showing here. So I do not know how updated this is, but there you go. There is a lot to absorb and use with this website. And then of course on the left, you have a little bit more information. You have all the weapons here, search bar again. You can go ahead and track your camos if you're going for a specific camo, make an account and so forth, which I strongly suggest. Now if we jump over to our second website, this is actually wzstats.gg. Again, I apologize for the ads. Something interesting to note about this website is that above you can obviously change between games, but it also has Marvel Rivals if you want to see specific character builds or the meta and so forth. But yeah, let's go back to Warzone meta. You can actually choose the type of map that you're playing in, whether it's Verdansk, Resurgence, or even ranked. You can look at loadouts, which means everything, right? What you have, or just weapons. So if we look at the meta here, you can also search, which is great, but it tells you what is the current meta as far as S tier, or let's say meta for how they have it here. And then we go to A tier. That's the only difference here, but it's basically the same thing as the other website. It is S tier. And we can see that the HCR is also noted here as a #1 sniper, AK-74, CR56 AMAX. The KSV is actually here under, I suppose, the S tier, which in comparison, it was on the A tier in the other one. So that's interesting. And then we do have all of these here. These are all powerful weapons, but also if you read the little tags here, it tells you #3 in close range, #4 in close range. So essentially, if you want to stick to meta, you typically want to use a #1, right? But if you're leveling a gun or you just like a different gun better, then at least now you know. And then interesting enough as well, you can see that it's been updated. So let's click on it. So if we go premium, we remove ads, which is cool, right? Anyways, yeah. So if you want to do the battle royale with the AK-74, this is what they recommend with 5 attachments. It was updated literally yesterday. And then if you want 8 attachments, here you go. You click down here to go to the best loadout. And what's cool about this one is that it gives you options for a low level gun in case you haven't unlocked everything or you master prestige and you just don't have anything, right? These have been updated since April 6th. Keep that in mind. But it tells you, and actually this is what I used recently. If you saw the stream, I was looking at this website and the other website. Since my gun's actually low level, unfortunately, it tells you what level you need. So level 5, 24, 2, 4, 45. This is the recommended overall build, but if we go to low level, if you look at these numbers, they switch. So the highest level now is the level 8 for extended mag 1. And then extended mag 3 is level 45. Huge difference. Sniper support, short range, 5 attachments, 8 attachments. If you go down, it gives you the rankings. So let's say recommended BR. Ranking #6 long range, A tier, according to this. So let's stick with the 5 attachments. We go down, time to kill, recoil. It gives you basically a lot more details as far as I can see than the other one. It even tells you what perks to use, goes forward intel, cold-blooded and recon, what equipments they recommend as well. And then you even have posts here, articles that you can read through. Now, alternatives, if you don't have the AK-74, you have these. Secondary weapons, these are the ones I recommend. Then again, more articles. So one thing that I do like about here is that you get the perks, the equipment, and all that. You get stats. If we go to the other one, We have this AK-74. You also get a lot of info, but I don't think I saw any perks. So you get all these camels, which is cool and all that. Oh, you do get perks. Yeah, I missed it. Okay. So Black Ops 6, you get all these perks. And then it tells you if you want to play a specific build, this is what you use. Max mobility, level up faster, wall hacks. So again, use both to kind of figure out whether or not they match each other's information, right? And then whether the build again is also pretty good. And if you need a little bit more info, such as the perks or a specific build for a specific thing you want to do, then you can also come here and read through this. But yeah, these are two websites that I strongly recommend you use. You download as an app as well, because fortunately they do have it. That way you can always be using the best guns that you can for whatever game mode that you're playing. I was getting a lot of questions as to which builds I recommended. I do my research, right? Whether it's through the website, watching other streamers, videos, whatever. But I thought this was just easier to just show you how to fish, essentially. So I'm gonna provide these websites in the description box. That's pretty much it for this video. If you're new to the channel, I upload Fortnite content on Fridays, Call of Duty on Saturdays. Sundays I typically use for how-to type videos, game information, Hearthstone videos. I stream throughout the week whenever I can. There is no set schedule, but follow me on Twitch and subscribe to YouTube so you are made aware where I am streaming. And then yeah, throughout the week I might upload a video here and there. Those are just kind of random, but my schedule is Friday, Saturday, and basically Sunday. Let me know if you have any questions, any other topics you'd like to go ahead and see. And yeah, like the video and subscribe, and I'll see you next time.